G'day guys, Jack Maguire here from BikeReview.com.au. Recently I've been out testing the 2020 Yamaha YZF-R3 in the monster livery. In the Australian learner market today, customers aren't really spoilt for choice when it comes to learner sports bikes. The YZF-R3 is one of the only new small capacity sports bikes available here, with the only real competition being Kawasaki's Ninja 400. Don't be fooled by its small capacity label though. This bike means and looks serious business, especially for something with a total displacement no bigger than a can of Coke. As someone who owns and dailies a 2016 Honda CBR 300R, I can honestly tell you which one I would prefer, and I'll give you a hint. It's not my little red rocket. The 2020 YZF-R3 surprises with exceptional performance and sleek looks that closely resemble its bigger brothers, the R1 and R1M. From the get-go, the YZF-R3 was an easy bike to ride and adjust to, largely thanks to its easy user interface, excellent chassis, and superb ergonomics. When you say sports bike, one would expect the ride to be stiff, cramped, and uncomfortable. But even with my absolutely massive 183cm frame, I found myself plenty comfortable. The riding position is quite upright and really not too aggressive, making the YZF-R3 a pleasure to ride on all day and easy for learner riders to use. The frame is a tubular steel diamond type with a long steel asymmetrical swing arm. Suspension is made up of 37mm KYB upside down forks with 129.5mm of travel up front and a monocross shock with 124.5mm of travel and featuring preload adjustability at the rear. Combined with Yamaha's 321cc parallel twin that produces 30.9 kilowatts of power and 29.6 newton meters of torque, and with the bike's wet weight only 187 kilograms, the result is an extremely competitive and responsive machine that does not feel like a 300 at all, and more like a 400 or maybe even a 500. Getting on the freeway, you can notice how stable it is at high speeds and how it has the power to not only keep up with traffic, but perform overtakes with ease. It does rev quite high when you're at those high speeds, however any vibrations are barely noticeable and really emphasises the comfort on the YZF-R3. Despite being sports oriented, this bike has good potential as a commuter bike and does have that edge for when you want to get sporty. I find that one of the only letdowns for me on the R3 is the front brake, which, don't get me wrong, isn't bad, however could definitely be improved because you don't want the brake lever going soft on the back roads or the track. A single disc up the front just isn't enough for the performance that this bike offers, and if I owned the YZF-R3, the first modifications I would be doing would be braided lines, performance brake fluid, better pads, and eventually an upgrade to the discs. The Dunlop Sportmax GPR 300 tyres also aren't the best. They perform well in the dry and offer plenty of grip, but feel a bit slippy in the rain at times. I'd change over to some Bridgestone Batlax S21 hoops if I owned one, as I did a 10,000 kilometre test and found that they offer great grip even in the rain and also offer great longevity. That being said, the overall performance of this machine is amazing, especially when you take it to town on the twisties. Its lightweight and agile nature make for a seriously fun machine that you can throw into any corner with pace and give the bike steady throttle, getting back on it early into the exit. The LCD dash is packed with features that go above and beyond, with a shift light, oil change trip meter, fuel consumption average, and that's only naming a few. It really isn't something I expected at all from a small learner bike, and it's nice to see. I really think that the YZF-R3 is on top of its game in the learner sports bike world here in Australia, and is certainly not a bike that should be underestimated. It tackles sporty riding and commuting with ease, and I'm really impressed by the overall package that Yamaha presents with the YZF-R3. This is the perfect machine to use as a daily, great comfort, efficiency and reliability with that edge of sports and aggression. In conclusion, I'll miss this bike and I really look forward to riding newer generations of the YZF-R3 when they eventually come. And hopefully they can fix the issues that I found with the bike in the next generation.